Okay, today is April the 9th, 2016. It's 11 o'clock in Los Angeles. And right now we have a temperature of 51 degrees. The relative humidity is 99% and the dew point is 51 degrees. And we have a barometric pressure of 29.90. And we had a little rain today, a little bit more rain. And so far the total for the last 2.5 days has been 11/16 of an inch, just a hair under, a little bit under 3/4 of an inch. All right, so right now we're watching the MODIS Today map, and we can see that why we have not had a whole lot of rain over the last 2.5, 3 days, and that is because of all these aerosols, these chemtrails that are being sprayed out. We can see streaks all through here. This is the Colorado River, right, running through here. We have California here and Arizona on the right, and we can see that these aerosols have blanketed the natural cloud cover that moves in and delivers rain. Okay, so let's just scroll around. We can see that as we move towards the California coast, here's LA right here, Los Angeles. You can see that there's an extensive blanket of chemtrail mix over the tops of these natural clouds that move in and convect and deliver rain. And so we've only had a very small amount of rain. Now the grand total, as I say, is about 11/16 over the last 3 days roughly. And we should have about 10 times that amount. And so here's the reason why. They've got heavy spraying all through the offshore incoming front. We can see the cloud cover. Natural clouds are a brilliant white. All this stuff here, this is all natural cloud cover, and this stuff they're spraying over the top at very high altitude is the chemicals, the chemtrail mix. And we can see it pretty well here in this map. Okay, all of this right here is all chemtrail mix. And then over here we can see some real clouds. This brilliant white looks like cotton. These are the real clouds. So this is why we're not having rain. These chemtrails stop the rain. They put a capping inversion type lid on the convection. We have to have convection and moisture to get rain. Lift and moisture. And so these aerosols stop the lift in the atmosphere. And we can always look at these maps and see the color change. This stuff here is very easy to identify, this chemtrail mix, because it's like a very light gray. You can see it right here, right over here, and that covers the very white natural clouds. So we can always look at these satellite maps and determine what's real and what's the chemtrail stuff. All right, let's go ahead now and look at the this is the water vapor loop, the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We've got a low sitting offshore. Our barometric pressure has dropped. We're at 29.90 now. This is moving very slowly towards the west coast, but yet the rain stopped. I think it was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been no rain since that time. We have another system here that is being squashed by a transmitter. We can see what's happened right here. This is all stretched out. There's a transmitter right down here and one right in here that is focusing a lot of heat, and that is distorting this entire flow pattern. It's disrupted the jet stream. We can see that. And then we have this high pressure wall that's still built in here, this electronic wall. That is separating this moisture field from what's going on here. So it's pretty much the same as yesterday, except that this system here is moving down rather quickly, and this is a hurricane force storm. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Now let's look at the infrared loop. We can see the very large clearing between each of these two systems. The three systems, we can see that clearing, and that is done purposely. And as this moves on shore, there's just not a whole lot of rain because of all the chemtrail spraying. So that's what stops the rain. Okay, let's look next at the western U.S. water vapor loop. We can get a view of this incoming, this little weather system right here. This should be dropping a lot of rain, but it's not. And we can see the disruption over here. All that heat is disrupting this flow. It's evaporating all the water in that moisture flow. This is actually the jet stream right here. Here's the infrared loop. Okay, let's take a look at the jet stream. We can see that disruption right down here. You have some flow up into Alaska and back down through Canada and across to the east. We got some flow down here off of Mexico, moving in sort of diagonally northeast into Southern California. All right, here's the surface analysis map, and we can see that little weather system right down here off of California. This is a 1007 millibar low moving to the east. There's a little tiny trough identified right there, the little orange dotted line, and a cold front. But as I say, the rain has stopped, and it's not been raining since about 3 o'clock. The rain was very light all day, just a steady, very, very light rain. And that's because of the chemtrail activity. Okay, and then we have this hurricane force storm. This is a 979 millibar low. It's moving to the east-northeast. And we have a huge cold front right here. Everything's moving, but we have high pressure installed here, and that is separating these two systems. And then we have another high out here that is keeping these two systems separated. Okay, let's look next at the wave analysis. We can see that there are 19-foot swells out here in the core of that one system that's moving in. We have 6 and 10-foot seas right here off of the west coast, mainly 6-foot seas. Okay, and we've seen the MODIS today. Let's look at the geostationary water vapor map, and we can see chemtrail activity going on. A lot of aerosol spraying going on right here, and also right here. As this frontal system moves towards the west coast, we have that high pressure installed right here, and will prevent this from merging with this system here. And of course, there's chemtrails installed all over. They've got these things sprayed all over the place in Southern California, and that is severely hindering the rain totals. Okay, so that's it. There's really not a whole lot else to report. We'll go ahead and do another update tomorrow. And like I say, we should have had by now probably 6-7 inches of rain because of all that weather that moved through. We had that tropical El Nino system that moved in here a couple of days ago. That dropped 0.16 inches, and then all the rest of that rain has been derived from this system here. Okay, that's it. We'll do another one tomorrow.